Hi guys, this is Eric Hodge. I hope you enjoyed my introduction. It was very cold that night and I hope to do more, but hopefully that will be good. And my unit is going to be over astronomy. It'll be about 9 class periods, and I teach at a school that is very homogeneous, so our students really aren't exposed to a lot of kind of global experiences. So hopefully I can kind of open their eyes as to how astronomy has been developed over thousands of years. So as we go through this, the first day will be just a general introduction to astronomy. So this is kind of knocking out all my standards for Ohio, the academic content standards, trying to give them the knowledge and the vocabulary that they'll need as we move throughout the unit. Alright, on day 2, I ask, where did it all come from? So during this day, I'm going to take what students already believe in as far as the Earth and universe were created and relate that to stories from classic civilizations. Those being the Iroquois, the Egyptians, Aztecs, and Islamic beliefs. Hopefully my students will recognize that most of their beliefs are related closely to those of people of the Islamic and Jewish faith. So students will be assigned one of the 4 creation stories. And as you can see in this picture, this is a Native American creation story where the earth is on the back of a turtle. So students will then research and summarize each of those in a short narrative, 2 to 3 paragraphs that they'll bring to class tomorrow, ready to share with individuals that have one of the other creation stories. In day 3, students will present their research, and they will be presenting in small groups. So I'm going to have groups of 4, with each of the 4 individuals having a different story. One from the Aztecs, one from the Iroquois, one from Egyptians, and one from Islam. Once students have presented their narratives, they will then pick which narrative they most agree with and relate to. Once we have those, we will get a consensus with the class as to which story seems to be most digestible for that group. Then we're going to discuss which one seems to be the most far-fetched and why. I think this will really kind of open up things, and we can draw on how different societies over time have perceived things differently, even though at the heart of it, the beliefs are very, very similar. On days 4 and 5, we'll move into astronomy and how it has changed throughout the centuries. We're going to look at specific astronomers. So we have Galileo, Copernicus, Ptolemy, Edwin Hubble, and Tycho Brahe. Those are just a few examples of the astronomers that my students will be learning about. Each student will be assigned a different astronomer, and they will be given 2 days to complete a presentation. And presentations in my UDB, I put down PowerPoint presentation, but students will not be limited to PowerPoint as long as it is a visual presentation, during which they will address the social climate of the time that each of these astronomers were studying, the public opinion of their findings when they were published, and the general outcome since these have been published, how we view them in society today. On day 6, students will present their research projects to the class. During these presentations, students should address the general outcome of the findings that each astronomer came up with. So for instance, Copernicus, what was the reaction of the general public when Copernicus published his heliocentric model of the solar system versus the accepted geocentric model? We will analyze why such reactions occurred and the implications at the time. Day 7 and 8, we will look at modern astronomy. So we will talk about CERN, the Hubble telescope, what research is currently going on, and we'll also watch the TED Talks, David Christian Big History, where he goes through the history of the universe in 18 minutes. And I think that's kind of an eye-opening experience to cover 14 billion years in 18 minutes. And then day 9 will be my assessment and wrap up, so we can kind of check off all of those things that students wanted to learn about at the beginning, and hopefully have a better understanding of the past astronomy as well as where astronomy is going in the future. If you have any suggestions, I would greatly appreciate them. I'm having a difficult time tying this topic into a global education unit, but I feel like I have kind of the right track, but I just need a lot of fine-tuning, so any suggestions would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.